up, baby?
Didn't realize it was 4, and here we are at the 4 o'clock shadow again.
Someone asked
On
me.
Indiegogo. Only on Indiegogo right now. Carrie in the
Cool.
house. Eric and Boyd in the house already.
Hail, Carrie. Hail, Eric.
Uh,
Good to see you.
Texas Dave
Oi,
hasn't
oi,
joined us
Traveloy.
yet. Oi, oi, Savaloy. I'll see if Dave sent a message. He's probably just UK time. Who knows? I'd like to
Yeah,
say he's feeding the cat, but he doesn't feed the cat yet. So
not usually. Yeah.
um,
Was
till
it about
after
10
the
o'clock
show.
each time, man?
So he'll be here.
Oh, yeah. Dave usually shows up. Hi, puppy dog. Hello. Oh, man. I'm hurting again today, brother. Mm.
Hey, Fanta.
Hey, Fanta.
Uh, Back to Wraith of God today.
Oh, cool.
When I got home last night, I backed Superiors because that was supposed to be closed out. It's still up. Link is down there. I don't know if it's
Which
taking a little
cover did you decide to go with?
with Superiors.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan.
John Byrne homage where we're lifting that rock guy up or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Fantastic Four and Superman homage. I guess it's he might have used the same trope twice. I don't know.
Right.
Octagon in the house. Hey Ryan. Uh, and
Oh, man.
I got some shirts and a beanie. Comic skate shirt and beanie.
Oh, cool.
Have you seen that? The 2023 all caps comics and CG apparel.
Yes. Yeah.
You have. Well, you're up on things.
Yeah. I haven't ordered any of it, though. I've been staying away from the apparel since I have so many shirts and stuff already.
Well, I need some, and especially that says CG on it. So, didn't get any of the all caps type things. No slight to Ethan at all. Uh,
Well, yeah, but
but
the CG labeled stuff was most of the newer merch.
let's
So
see.
it's all good.
There it is. So 119,042, 1,600 backers. Maybe I was the 16th under backer. I don't know.
Maybe.
Uh, I'd have to check my backer number on that, huh?
Yeah, there's something about Indiegogo. Usually your backer number doesn't really match up anymore. So
Doesn't jive, does it? Yeah.
yeah.
Now it's got me curious. Was I backer 1,600? Mm,
Mm-mm. Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't even see where in my Gmail where it sent me a
Hey,
receipt
like,
for that.
hmm.
Oh, there it is. Backer number 1,811.
See,
Yeah,
so
that's way over
1,600
1,600.
backers, but some of the same backers have multiply. effect.
Yeah. I
So
thought it
that's
counted you, you know, if I remember right, let's see. I got I guess the CG skull beanie.
uh-huh.
Uh, I think I got this black and blue CG uh, classic logo T-shirt. Although it said, stamped over both, so I couldn't really see the designs on both these. Property of Comicsgate. It's hard to read. Something property of Comicsgate trademark.
Right.
So over those two designs, and
Hmm.
I guess it's
Cool.
and that's a different design than say this red and charcoal.
Yeah, I like the red one there, the red and black
Hmm.
or red and
Long
black tee.
sleeve too. I think I got
Yep.
this green, olive green shirt. So I got the, I think black, green, and blue. Might have been this blue with the trademark. I can't remember, and then maybe the black here with just the comics. I don't know. I don't know. It'll come in.
Yeah.
Uh, there's the hat design. The hat design should have been blown up really big. It's got like a skull on it. Comicsgate something. I'm not
Yeah,
even
it would have
sure.
been nice to see it a little bit clearer.
Yeah, a little bit larger. Just see
I
what
think
you're
I like
getting.
that
What
that one out of
design?
the hat the most.
I don't know if on these some of these T-shirts that he had to put that trademark over the design. I guess they all have it. It's just some showed up better than others with that over it. Oh,
Yeah.
I just wonder why he had to stamp that on over the shirts and not the
I think it
caps or
was
the
just because
beanies
it
or
was making it official CG merchandise.
I guess. Yes.
There's
Maybe
probably a tag or
I
something
don't
on
know
the
what's
inside of it.
yeah.
I would guess there's some kind of tag on the
Yeah, I didn't
inside of
get
the
the
hat.
soy free Comicsgate soy free with the skull and the wings, and it looks like on the beanie the design's different. Uh, no wings, but
Hmm.
I guess I'll know when I get it in, right?
There you go.
Yeah. No trailer to this, just in demand. I don't. Let's see. It ended January 30th. Wow, been up there a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
This campaign, January 30th. So this apparel's been up there for a while.
Wow. I didn't think it'd been up that long. I guess so. But yeah, he is fulfilling, I think, right as he orders, so you should have your stuff in a few days.
Welcome to the show, Texas Dave. Sorry if you had to sit back here while I blathered on
Yeah,
about
There he
that.
is.
it's all
Hey,
right.
Dave.
How's it going, Dave?
Hi, Shadow. Hi, Rex.
Plain shirt
You all right?
today, eh?
Yeah, just a plain one
Yeah.
for a change.
How you been? Hey,
I've been
Hicksville.
all right. Yeah, I've been
Mike
fine.
Walters in the house.
Yeah.
Hicksville says, I got the CG skull cap. What do you call that? Just a cap? Yeah. Really good quality. Yeah, I imagine it is. Wore it to the Metallica concert this weekend and it held up, he says. I don't think Metallica has a mosh pit, does it? Skull logo, I should say. Yeah. Eric. Because people would rip off the design, a watermark type thing, I guess.
Ouch. Shark kitty
Fanta
claws.
says she made a video, an unboxing video of her CG beanie.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I imagine some of that will probably go out pretty quick, right?
Pull out your fucking ass. I don't.
Thank you for dropping that link, Fanta. Yes, he does my job out sometime in the chat.
This cat has got me well trained.
I bet that goes without saying, Dave. Jonas,
I was just commenting on Eric's post then.
Really, there was moshing. Wow. Little pushing and shoving, huh? I knew a pastor that would go to those concerts and actively participate in the mosh pit. Eric and Boyd, I love Texas Dave's cat paws at him to be petted.
Oh
yeah.
Metallica
have one of the biggest mosh pits. Really? I didn't know that. Amazing quality on all EBS's merch. Yeah, I imagine it is. I know the hoodie that I bought, you know, he was like, yeah, this is get it designed by the people that do the Coca-Cola stuff made by the same, you know, so yeah, it's good quality.
Oh yeah.
It's not going to wear out for a while, you know. I'm giving the stream a like for Texas Dave and his cat, and not for Rex. Eric and Boyd says.
What can I say?
Good thing you brought the cat again.
You what?
Good thing you brought the cat again.
I know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been popular, would I?
That's right.
You're always popular, Dave.
Oh, thanks, Rex.
Oh.
What?
Just
Too
disappeared
soon?
on me now for a while.
Oh wow. Oh, I can embiggen on this. Maybe finished inks, Ryan, on the back cover here.
Oh man, look at that. Wow. Very nice.
What do you think, Dave?
Yeah. Nice drawing that. I like all the black detail in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not shy with the black.
Nope.
No, I mean look at it. Look at that. Look at that cross hatching.
Oh, I know, it's just great.
Blew it up real good.
There's a lot of detail in that.
Too bad I couldn't zoom in a little closer. You know what I mean, boys?
Sure do.
Yeah, look at that Kirby crackle back there, huh?
Oh yeah.
Like a volcanic eruption. Yes. It's interesting how dark he made Bog, you know?
Yeah, I kind of like it though. It's a little different look.
Yeah. It's all cool. It's all cool. I think he even gave stubble on, that's a good look, on Storm Rider back there.
Oh yeah.
A little gruff.
Yeah, he looks a little
determined.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good contrast. You know, they look earnest, right? Every one of them look prepared to fight. And except for Sweet Baby, see, she's just like peace and harmony, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's just ready to kill some people.
Oh, but she is ready to kill. Yeah, she's Yakuza trained, and yeah, she will do some damage if you allow her to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe the front was already finished, but we'll take a look at that. Again.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
then
if
you won't see this for a while. You don't know if what?
never
That
mind.
may be the closest I can get it to it for some reason. Yeah. Blown up as big as I can get it. Right there. Put them up. Put them up.
I
Be
think that was
interesting to see
Huckleberry.
those two married.
I think Huckleberry
Huh?
Hound said that, didn't he?
Snagglepuss even. I don't know.
Snagglepuss. Yeah, that's it.
Was it Snagglepuss? Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
my
I think
Dark
it
Angel
was.
in there? No. But we're gonna do some extensions on that probably. Explain about zooming in closer. You don't understand? Come on, Eric. It's good. Man, it's Tuesday. It seems like a warmed over death. I don't know.
A long day for me, I know.
Aaron Lopresti, I got 1 and 2. I got cover B. Huh?
Nothing. My internet's acting wonky.
Okay. They just recently hit, a stretch goal of 140,000. So everybody gets 1 free Dan Lawless trading card with their order.
Woohoo!
That's kind of nice, huh? That's always nice.
Oh yeah.
He's doing some coloring for Aaron on his Garbage Man.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Currently,
To see that.
there's the trading card artwork by Dan.
Very cool.
Yeah, kind of nice. Kind of nice. This is one of the backup features here. Kit Carter trading card. That's stretch goal there. But now I think there's a Kit Carter backup story. Backup feature number 1, Garbage Man. Backup feature number 2, The Nightclub. Backup feature number 3, Kit Carter Galactic Ranger. That's quite a mix, huh? The Wraith and Esther return to battle Count Korvac. Wow, he really is influenced by Marvel.
Oh,
Korvac saga was one of the best in that's a great name though, Count Korvac.
yeah.
Yeah, I got the Blood Hunters and Wraith the God catch-up tier, second print for number 1, and also added on the Garbage Man trade paperback, whatever that entails, because that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I knew you were going to come back.
I got Wraith the God second print by itself.
Yes,
On the add-ons. On the add-ons, you can get Wraith the God by itself and not, because I wanted to pick my covers. So Aaron did it right. It would come with cover A here, which is a wraparound cover. Sort of a cemetery scene there, I guess. If you got this second print tier and is it Blood Hunters? But now I opted for this one, Shadow. Wraith the God Blood Hunters featuring Garbage Man, the Nightclub, which is a split cover. much like Tales to Astonish or Tales of Suspense, where they would do split covers with different characters. Too much action for one comic book, Dave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It does remind me of those that you just mentioned before, the split books.
Yeah, and this one here is, an homage to Tomb of Dracula #1, a Neil Adams cover.
It is.
Do you have that in your collection, Dave?
No, I've never seen that before, Rex.
No, I mean, do you have the Tomb of
Oh,
Dracula #1 with the Neil Adams cover?
not anymore.
Okay. Because I
Yes,
imagine you
sir.
collected most of those if Gene Colan was.
I did.
Yeah. Now check out that face, the creepy looking guy in the wagon. Very reminiscent
I have
of
no idea
Bernie
yet, Eric,
Wrightson.
what we're doing about dinner.
You don't know what you're doing about dinner? That's 2 days in a
No,
row,
no.
dude. What'd you have last night?
The wife made chicken breast strips with like melted cheese. And, yeah, it was really good.
Look at Dan's coloring on Garbage Man here.
Yeah. So I said I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, I'd back the Marvel homage cover too, the one that looked like Tomb of Dracula.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one. That's very nice. I mean, very cool. He had a Marvel like cover
Yep, on the first
on the
campaign.
first campaign. Huh?
I got that one too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But now this is, if you know comics, this split screen here is just like Tales of Suspense or Tales to Astonish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just preferred that one with Garbage Man on the cover, Shadow. So that's the one I picked.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah. It's all a matter of, taste and
Yeah.
what you
I
like.
mean, look at those zombies there.
I got the Marvel homage, and I think I got the original, the cover A.
This wraparound here in the cemetery.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Yeah, they're trying to pull him down. That's a nice one. That's what came with this. If you missed Wraith of God and wanted the second print, that was the cover that went with it. But if I could get this cover, that's the one
yes,
I wanted.
yeah.
So, and through just the add-ons of checkout, I was able to get that and get Wraith of God by itself, because it is available by itself, not over here in the tiers, but it is in add-ons. And then when it's sold out, I guess there's limited copies. Well, I don't know about that. That's second printing, so there may not be limited copies on that. But I did notice on the add-ons, some of the stuff was sold out. In fact, a bunch of it was sold out.
Oh yeah. So it was gone.
Empire Comics logo cap. You can get one of those on this and a beanie, Wrath of God beanie. You can get Garbage Man shot glass. You can get Wraith of God shot glass.
Cool.
If you collect shot glass, somebody could just do the only shot glasses that I have bought have been on Pineapple Perception.
Yeah, I still haven't got
So
those
when
yet.
those come out,
I got a couple of them. I think I got the first Wraith of God and the Garbage Man. So
shot glasses.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a Wraith of God for #1 as well. Shot glass.
Check out my latest video showcasing Death Metal Heroes Luke merch. Luke has
cool.
merch now. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he had launched some kind of what do you call it?
Thank
Garment.
you, Eric. Thank you for doing that.
So, Rex, would you like to see a few auctions I've got ongoing at the minute?
Well,
Sure.
always.
Uh, Are these for you're selling them for a friend, or is this stuff that you're trying to sell out of your own collection?
Most of them are mine, apart from the first two, which are my friends. So I'll show you his first if you like.
Okay.
There's that one.
Ooh, ooh. Okay, I've not seen that. That's a newer one.
Yeah, it's a pretty recent one. This.
Yeah.
To,
I would say about 4 or 5 years old, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's pretty recent in comic history.
It is indeed.
That's part of that part of that metal series, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other one.
Speed metal. Those are almost that had the laughing. Was it Laughing Joker, or Laughing Batman, or
I'm not sure.
I think it was maybe Batman turned into the Joker. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, friend John, who drew Devil Flyer, he got some of that, and didn't like the writing on it. I don't know. Maybe it's just deviated from. He's old school. Luke's had merch for a while now. I just thought about it today and said, "What the heck? I'll make a video." There you go. Yeah, he has had merch. Yeah, for a little while.
There's another one.
Oh yeah, that's the official Marvel index to Amazing Spider-Man #1. Yeah, that's
indeed.
going back there.
Yeah, 1985.
What month?
April.
Okay, I'll probably go with that. They probably switched it by then. You can't always go by the copyright. Depends on the month.
True.
I have seen some April. I have seen some Aprils, but I've seen at least one that they hadn't changed the copyright yet. But usually by April they do.
Yeah, it says
Marching back,
1984 up here.
March. That's what I'm saying, Dave. That that's probably right. They probably changed the copyright, but I have seen them go as far up into April without changing it.
Right.
So
well, on the inside it says
year, but probably isn't.
On the inside it says 1985. I checked it.
Yeah. So it coincides with the cover.
Yeah. No, because on the cover it says 1984.
Okay. Well, see there. Yeah, there's an example of April. You can't go by the cover. Official index of the Marvel Universe. That's cool.
2000.
I wish I had those 3 books in my collection, Dave.
More money.
Yeah.
Celebrating 70 years. They're past that now.
$15 yesterday afternoon. 12 to 5. They were going at 5. So now we're just.
Yeah, I saw that Superman sketch Andy did, Eric. He had the John Romita Sr. Drawing to that and decide to ink it, I think.
Yeah, I'm just always trying to take shit.
Ooh, that's nice. What
issue number? Fuck about nobody but herself.
112.
112.
Keeps everything in the fucking house.
And that is the American version.
It is.
I'm fucking sick of this bullshit.
The Brute, what? The Brute battles on.
When she wants to hang out with her little rich kid buddy.
Herb Trimpe cover.
Yeah, that's right. And it's got an English ink stamp on it.
Oh, okay. So that would be your price on there. So it really is. Yeah.
It was
it's
shilling.
The best of both worlds, isn't it?
A shilling or 5p.
Yeah. Now, how do you list something like that, Dave? It's obviously an American, but it's stamped, which would not detract from the grade because that was just the practice back then.
Well, that's right. So I just list it with the photographs and people
sometimes
can decide
they write shipping dates on them, Dave. And I
Say
always
again?
pass those up on the stands, like shipping dates.
Yeah,
So, like maybe the top one on the stack,
yeah.
they would put like 4-23 for April 23 or
Mhm.
something,
Yeah.
handwritten, but they really don't distract that much when slabbing, grading.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's a nice one. What issue number is that, Dave? 109?
139.
139.
Yeah.
Okay. Another Herb Trimpe.
It's got
And that
the
is,
English.
there's
It's got
the
the
English.
English price up there.
So is that a pound?
No, it's a shilling,
A shilling?
which was the old money before we changed to decimal.
Yeah. And how much would a shilling be back there?
5p.
Which is what?
Not very much.
Yeah. Because this is probably a 12 center or 15 center.
Yeah,
Right?
I would imagine
In
it
the
probably
American
was. Yeah.
Yeah. This is going back there because Hulk started with issue 100.
Yeah,
That's
this
the first
this
issue.
I think this issue's from
Even though they had a
let's
1
see,
through 6, they
ni-
continued to run.
1971. This one.
Right, with the leader. Yeah. Herb Trimpe artwork. Yeah. Many Foes has the Hulk.
There you go. Yeah, I think it was 15 cents on the inside. On that one.
Yeah, I would probably say it had probably changed to 15 cents. Another British one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Herb Trimpe on the artwork there. He really was the definitive Hulk artist for a while.
He was quite a while.
Mm-hmm. And I know, like Marie Severin did some issues, and some of her stuff was over in Tales to Astonish, though. Godspawn.
So all these I'm showing, I've got bids on at the minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, old stuff, Dave.
Yeah.
Little gargoyle there. He actually made it into the 1966 Hulk cartoon.
Right. That one.
Well, thanks, Carrie, for trying to educate me.
Well, yeah.
So it's basically like a nickel, right?
Yeah. Now that's a John Romita Sr. cover.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they would have been getting a better deal than we did, Shadowhawk, if it was only a nickel.
No,
I think
Carrie
I had
said every you get 25p coins to a pound, which is basically the equivalent of 20 nickels to $1. You see?
So would it have been like 20 cents, I guess?
Yeah.
There's 1p, about 20 cents. Yeah. So it was a little
No,
bit
it
more
would be-
expensive for them, I guess.
Yeah,
Doc Simpson,
slightly.
awesome. Yeah. Did you guys see photos of Natalie Portman's soon-to-be ex-husband? And he looks like the leader. His forehead, yikes. I ain't been sure.
No, I haven't seen them. I don't much care for Natalie
That
Portman,
was
though.
my first Hulk issue.
Was it?
That was my very first Hulk issue I bought. Very Conan-like
Yep.
character. Yeah, the one
I think
that
it is. I think it is
That's-
Conan, isn't it?
wasn't that. No, it wasn't Conan.
Was
but
it not?
Very Conan-like, and I
Very.
was aware of Conan. I'm going to say John Buscema with Romita Senior's inks on that. Do you have the one that now that's issue
It's-
201, right?
It's Buckler and Romita, it says there, Rex.
Or actually, I think Rich Buckler and Ramita. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
Rich Buckler, looking very Basimilish. I
True.
think that's my second one, Dave. Did you have the one with where he's in the mouth of this giant warthog?
This one.
Was that issue? Okay, so what issue's that? 201?
202.
202. Was the other one 201?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my first one. This was my second one. And then I skipped a few issues, a lot of issues, but I was attracted by these two. This introduced me to Jarella, if she wasn't in that first one, which she could have been. It's like he's on the micro world. That's story originally Heart of the Atom by Harlan Ellison.
That's
Didn't even
right.
know who Harlan Ellison was at that time.
Yeah, I knew who Harlan was.
And that one I bought. And that's 203.
Yeah.
That one I bought. And that introduced me to this Cyclopean, whatever his name. Oh, Cyclop. Spelled a
Something
little
like that.
different. PSYKLOP. Yeah, I believe I bought that. So I bought 3 in a row, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Although this one's not as vivid in my memory. You got some good ones there, Dave.
Yeah, thanks,
Back in
Rex.
1976 with those. I did not pick this one up. I guess maybe this didn't, or I never saw it. I saw this cover the other day. I actually showed it on the show on the
Right.
spinner rack.
Yeah, it was difficult to find, consecutive issues every month when all you had was spinner racks to go with.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
had the same trouble over here, Shadow.
I miss stuff,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I used to ride my bike around to like 4 or 5 different stores. Every
Hey, I
Wednesday.
did the same thing over here, believe it or not.
Eric and Boyd says, who do you think was the best Hulk artist? I really don't have a favorite. Now,
Well, my favorite Dale Keown, but yeah,
okay. There you go.
that can be argued.
In Defenders, I know that Keith Giffen did a pretty good Hulk. It was very Kirby-ish. That was his early work. Hey, Tank Ferret.
Hey, Tank.
Yeah, these are some great books, Dave. You got me salivating over here. These early Hulks.
Yeah, these are all cent issues as well, as you can see.
Oh yeah, American pricing.
Well, now that one has the Defenders all over it.
Sure does.
Is the Hulk going up against the Defenders in that one? Alone against the Defenders. Okay. Never on that issue, but that looks like a good one.
Mm.
I know I have that cover in an index. I should have.
Yeah.
If the index went up that far. I think that's a John Severin cover there, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Could be wrong.
Oh, all right. Yeah, this is right around the time that I discovered Hulk as well.
About 30 cents. Yeah. You first discovered the Hulk in your very first book, though, Rampaging Hulk. Oh, this is an awesome issue. This is a great issue. This leads into an Avengers, I think. I think at the end of this, Absorbing Man turns to glass and shatters.
Does he?
Falls from a great height and shatters.
I'll have to have a look. Let's have a look.
That's a great issue, Dave.
That's the splash page.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Sal Buscema artwork, if I remember right. That's definitely Sal Buscema. And Joe Staten on the inks. Yes. The Absorbing Man is out for blood. You going to skip to the end and see if he shatters? Falls from a great height.
I think you're right.
Yep.
Oh,
he reaches out. He's falling. He's in the flesh, and he reaches out, and the first thing he touches is glass.
Oh shit.
So then when he hits the ground, he shatters to a million pieces.
Hmm.
And
I
and look
imagine
at
he's
that
like Sandman, though,
transformation.
right? Eventually, he can pull himself back together.
Look at those metamorphosis,
Should do it.
transformation panels. It's always great
Should do
with the
Yeah.
looming shadow, the next disaster waiting to happen. Shattered. Yes. Eric and Boyd says, I've not seen most of those early Hulk comics.
All right. There's a few more here
Well,
for
like
you.
Shadowhawk said, when it was on the spinner rack, it was kind of hit and miss, right?
Hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that looks like an Ernie.
Hey, Gable.
That could be a Ron Wilson cover. Oh, Ernie Chan. Or what's it say?
Yep. EC. That's Ernie Chan.
Yeah, but what's above it? K,
Looks like RB.
RB.
which is Rich Buckler. Oh,
Yeah, I'm guessing
okay,
so.
Rich Buckler and Ernie Chan. Yeah. You
Cool.
can really tell Ernie Chan's inks.
Oh, yeah.
And there he's going up against the electrified Constrictor. He was always a fun character.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I thought he had a cool costume.
hey, Gable Penny Shot. Yeah, look at this. Maybe Rich Buckler again.
Could be.
Does it say?
I can't see it on this cover.
Sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't, and often it would be down there
Yeah.
by the barcode.
Can't see it.
Now, at this time, it really doesn't matter if it's direct or not, but if you have any direct copies from the 70s, they may be rare. You really need to check the barcodes, especially on your stuff, since it's maybe foreign stamped or whatnot. I mean,
Hmm.
it might. Oh, yeah, I bought this one. Jack of Hearts. This was my first Jack of Hearts. Check that out, Shadowhawk. Great story. Going up against the Jack of Hearts. Great looking character. He later became an Avenger. Now he's just dead. They killed him off. I think he might have died of cancer.
Right.
Went the Captain Marvel way. Yeah, look at that multi-panel cover, number 215. What's the signature above the barcode there, Dave? You're gonna make me work for it, aren't you?
Validar.
Validar, yeah. I'm not
and
that
Chan.
familiar with this stuff. And Ernie Chan on the inks.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Al Milgram.
Hmm.
Validar. I have seen his stuff signed. Jack of Hearts Explosive, yeah. The Bio Beast. I think I bought this one too. And some of the Hulk Treasure editions. I don't know if I bought this or got, but I was aware of the Bio Beast.
Mm-hmm.
A head on top of another head. Incredible Hulk Unleashed. And this was just prior to him being on TV, I think. Dave.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because some of the covers they would put on there, TV's new sensation.
That's right.
Which I wish they kind of would have left all that crap off. Put it in the book somewhere, not on the cover.
Now these ones have got the back covers missing, Rex.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Are these some up for sale here?
Yeah, these have got current auctions running at the minute.
So this is probably Rich Buckler. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be.
Yeah. What issue number is that, Dave?
131.
131. Probably. Wish I had
So,
my index.
1973 Rex,
Yeah, that's going back there.
50 years ago. 50 years ago for that one.
Thanks for the tracking number. UPS or USPS says Rex package arrives by Friday. Cool. Yeah, going up against Omega. During this time, I have a few hit and miss, and mine are in various conditions too, Dave.
Right.
Jack of Hearts self-deleted. His powers were getting out of control and didn't want to wear a containment suit. His remains may be in space. Cool. I need to find out what happened to Jack of Hearts and what issue was that?
That was, well, that whole one before.
No, no. We were talking Jack of Hearts.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I don't
happened
like
to
Jack
Jack
Hart.
of Hearts?
He was kind of a tragic character, right? Because sooner or later he was gonna like blow up or something.
Yeah. That's what Eric's saying. Didn't want to wear a containment suit. His remains may be.
Right.
And this has what was her name? Medusa joined them.
That was Thundra.
Thundra. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a couple, I think one loose and one in the package Thundra Marvel Legends figures that are from the last few years. It's not extremely old. Yeah, that was always a wild cover.
Oh yeah.
The Wild One Cometh.
He's a wild one.
I was looking back on in some of the Fantastic Four essentials, just kind of thumbing through Shadowhawk. And there for a bit, and I do remember this. The Thing had lost his powers. I forget how. He was wearing a Thing suit.
I remember that.
Yeah. Which was quite interesting. I think when I first started collecting, he was possibly wearing the suit or pretty soon thereafter.
These are my last couple of these issues now, Rex.
Say it's not true, Dave.
Tis true.
Sandman. Yeah, I believe that's Herb Trimpe cover. 136.
I don't remember that about Thundra, Eric, but I could be wrong as well.
Literally afraid of Spider-Man, or am I wrong? I'm not sure about that.
You got a thing about spiders?
Another one with no back cover. Just I'd let you know.
Nope.
As is this one.
Another Herb Trimpe cover. Oh, the big forehead. My gosh, look at that.
Hey, there's what's her name's the old man.
Captain Omen.
Captain Egghead.
Pretty wild stuff. I know. Is that Vincent Price's Egghead?
Egghead.
Could be.
Could be. Right, that's all the ones that are up for
Oh, yeah,
auction.
sorry, Eric. I never heard that little bit of trivia about Thundra being.
All right, Dave. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Oh.
Hey, Roma.
I'm ready to give
You
you
going
the
already?
boot.
What's that?
I'm ready to give you the boot.
The boot?
The boot.
You want to see the next one of these, though, don't you, later?
I do, but before that, I want to show off what I was talking about the other day, Dave. These were the ones I buy at Shadowhawk.
Smoked sausages.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they look like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You like the teriyaki, huh? Okay.
Well, I mean, that's what they come in, and they're not
Well,
greasy,
they
not
have different flavors.
yeah,
You have teriyaki, spicy. Well, I know you're not going to do spicy. So.
no. And I don't think they have they may have these in spicy, but I've not seen them. I mean,
Yeah, but that
but
Tillamook or whatever. Yeah, I'm
I
familiar with
bought
that.
them out. They only had some in this little container, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll take them all. Well, well, while they're available, who knows who will.
All right.
Yeah, you
Well,
have to
I,
make the most of
fine.
things when they're
and I picked
available.
up. I'll be doing some small canvases on,
Oh, cool.
and if I can get, so they're 4x6, 4x6
Cool.
little canvas.
Little mini
I'll be doing.
mini paintings.
I
That'd
bought
be
5
awesome.
of those. I thought, well, if I put something like this on a campaign,
Yeah.
usually they do like limited 5, but
Yeah.
I guess each one would be individual. So I bought 5 of them regardless, but I guess you would probably list them a tier individually,
Yeah, I would list it as a tier, and then
with
say
different
5 available.
characters on there. Yeah.
And is that going to be a request tier, or are you just going to do 5
Hey,
paintings
Roma.
and then put them up for sale?
Well, we'll see how things progress. I don't have anything in mind to put on these right now.
Gotcha.
Still working on sketch cards, but I'll come up with something that's worthy of a little canvas, and
I'm sure you will.
maybe do some acrylic painting over, so
There
you
you
can
go.
get an original acrylic painting. How about that?
That'd be cool.
I know Ink Spots did one that for Frog G.
Yeah.
And there's probably been some other acrylic painted stuff out there.
Yeah, there's
I
been a
didn't
few
know
others.
Sandman went up against the Hulk. Yeah.
Mm.
Can't recall why. I need to research. I thought you guys would know. Yeah. Maybe she was, I'm digging the hat, Dave, Romo says.
Thanks, Romo.
Yeah. Superman. Yeah.
I
All right.
trust
Let's
the
take a
hat.
look at that book you got there, Dave. This is Glenn Fleming's. This is issue 8.
This is issue 9, Rex.
9. Okay, we're already up to 9. All right.
Yeah.
So we
There you
have
go.
Kazar. Kazar there was on. That looks redrawn though. That I'm believing that was on the early appearance in X-Men, on an X-Men cover, right? With his.
Yeah, it might have been.
Maybe.
And then the Wonder Woman there is George Perez from his
Yeah.
run on Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Oh, Neil Adams, George Perez, and who? Something Ian Kennedy? Is it Ian Kennedy?
Ian Kennedy.
Ian Kennedy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, little tribute to those that passed away last year.
Yeah, a few months ago now.
Hatch, look at that. Coming soon to Indiegogo. I wonder if that's still true. Is it going to go over on Indiegogo, or will he go to Fund My Comic? Hey, Lorenzo.
Hey, Lorenzo.
There you go.
Who's that handsome guy in the middle? Oh, that's Glenn. I knew that. And who are the other two gentlemen?
Well, Tony Ingram is a British writer and artist, I believe.
Okay.
And Ted Davies is an American.
Writer.
He draws
Artist.
as well. Yeah, he's an artist and writer as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Artist, writer, and publisher.
Did this one come in at 100 pages, Dave?
So say
On my
it
page.
comes in at 87. This one.
87. So they do vary a little bit. Look
Yeah,
at
they
that.
do vary a little bit from time to time.
There you go, Shadowhawk. Neil Adams, Green Lantern.
There you go.
Little smirk there.
Mm.
I'm looking
That's
at
what
you.
got
Shadow.
me into DC heroes to start with a little Green Lantern from Neil
That
Adams.
signature, man. I do have some signed George Perez books. It's nice to meet him too. Yeah, Marvel 2-in-1. He did some of the covers, did some of the interiors. Very
I
nice.
think he did. You know.
Oh, I'm stating that as a fact, Dave.
That's all right then, Rex.
Mm-hmm. Now, what Teen Titans cover is that, Dave? That's not your normal fare cover.
No, this is a special Teen Titans preview that was free in the.
Oh, I probably had that at one time, and I need that in my life now, Dave.
I've still got it.
A preview.
It was a preview.
Can you show it to
Oh,
us
I got
next
that
week,
one over.
Dave?
I'd have
Was that
to
an
dig it
insert
out.
into a comic?
Yes, it was, Rex.
Okay, so I might actually have that if it was an actual one of those 16 pages.
Yeah, it was one of those that was added to the middle of another issue.
Even though it was stuffed in the middle of the book, he still kind of did a cover shot. Okay. Avengers JLA, yeah, that's the very last Marvel and DC crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always love that. Actually, that cover with the Aquarian Shadowhawk,
Uh-huh.
I actually used that outline as a reference for John in Devil Flyer #1 or something similar on a 2-page spread.
Oh, okay.
You actually used that for reference for a couple pages I added to Devil Flyer #1, which will
Cool.
now be the prequel. And then, of course, Crisis cover.
This was a British artist, Frank Hampson.
Okay. What did he draw, Dave?
He drew Dan Dare for the Eagle.
Dan Dare. Okay. Is that all his Dan Dare stuff?
Yeah. And he did some other stuff as well.
Okay, that must be something else on the other page.
Yeah.
Dave just says, yes, it's all Dan Dare, but it's not really. He's just agreeable. Very nice. A lot of panels, man. The British like a lot of panels, don't they?
Yeah, they did. They did back in the day.
And when was this? Was this 60s? Was this 70s, Dan Dare?
I think this was the early 60s.
Doesn't Dan Dare go all the way back to the 50s, Dave?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19.
I think I have some of those Eagle Dan Dares
I think it was 1955.
that are 1980s. Yeah. I have to check my 1955-56 line annuals and see if Dan Dare's in there. He may be.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Do you have any? I think I've asked you this before. Do you have any of the old Lion annuals, hardback annuals? No.
No, I've never had any of those.
Yeah. Here comes the Stars Super Squad. Justice in the 70s. Yeah. Yeah. Justice Society. There may be a Joe Staton cover. Dick Dillon. It probably says, right?
Yeah, the art was by Joe Staton at the top one, and the bottom one was Dylan and Dick Giordano.
It just says what?
It said Joe Staton for the top one.
Dillard, or I forget the name. I'm getting it mixed up.
Dylan and Dick Giordano.
Yeah, Dick Giordano. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I like Giordano. So.
Couple more there.
Yeah, that was a one shot. That Adolf Hitler cover is Neil Adams' wraparound. That was
Yeah,
kind of a
that's right.
DC special. Dropping that atomic bomb, I guess, with that swastika on the end of it. Yeah, they were in Adventure Comics. That looks like a great article for anybody that
Yeah.
loves the Justice Society of America. Paul Levitz kind of oversaw that. I got the Showcase Power Girl one shot. Well, now she might have been in Showcase a couple times because that. Yeah, they just picked the numbering up. The All Star Comics, they just picked the numbering up after like 20 years. Shadowhawk, with the All Star Squadron, or
really?
not All Star Squadron, the Justice Society of America. There's first
okay.
appearance of Huntress. Yeah, they just picked it up after about 20 years and continued the numbering. That's the way to do it. Don't kill the title.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it on a hiatus and come back to it at some point. Or make it where people, put your best characters in there if it's an anthology. Power Girl, Vavavoom says Power Girl was in Showcase a couple times. I remember the cover where she's bursting through the page. Yeah, that was the one I was thinking. Then I saw that and I said, oh, she must have been, my memory must be, that they, a couple times. Yeah, there you go. Going up against the Wizard and Sandman, Fantastic Four there. What's the title say up there, Dave? Something, yes. Did the Inhumans knock the Frightful Four out of the Fantastic Four? Yes. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And these are done by different writers, right?
Yeah, I think they were.
I mean, how much does Glenn write in one of these?
He usually writes at least one, sometimes two articles an issue.
Yeah.
And then there's
Joe
other
sent
people.
inks on that. Probably George Perez right there with them fighting. I believe I collected those. George Perez could just draw me in. I don't know if I was how much conscious of him I was. I probably had that issue in my original collection.
What?
That's what I respect about you, Dave. You have a lot of your original collection still. That's one of the many things I respect about you, Dave.
Thanks, Rex.
Eric and Boyd says, I got Titana mixed up with Thundra. Oh, yeah. Titana is the one who is afraid of Spider-Man. Titana was Absorbing Man's girlfriend.
That's right.
She was.
Yeah. Okay, I remember.
She was kind of afraid of Spidey.
Yeah.
Longest year.
Did they ever get a reason why she was, or was it just because she was worried about absorbing it?
That too. They had a whole ongoing love tryst, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's All-Star Squadron annual. What annual number is that, Dave?
That is number 3.
That's a Jerry Ordway. Number 3. I thought so. It's a Jerry Ordway cover.
Yeah, number 3.
Looks like a Murphy Anderson Spectre there, maybe, in the insert. Murphy Anderson did Hawkman in the 60s and did the Spectre in the 60s.
Right.
Had a run on there. Love the All-Star Squadron. I know Eric and Boyd does too. Yeah, that has Uncle Sam and some of the old Fawcett characters. The Ray and defeated at the hands of the All-Star Squadron.
Mhm.
Love some All-Star Squadron. Love it. Got to learn a lot about DC lore that way. Roy Thomason probably wrote just about every one of those. I'm not sure. Yep. Now that's going up against Vulcan, right?
I think so.
Was that the second annual, Dave?
Yeah, this is annual number 2.
Number 2. Yeah.
We have some more.
Yeah. Now that one where the Shining Knight is on the steed, that's like maybe next to the last issue of the run.
Right.
Oh, and that is the last issue underneath it. I know because I had those. And then the origin of Johnny Quick, those are the latter issues.
Right.
I started with some of the latter issues because it's lower print run, probably, Dave.
Yeah.
I do too, Eric. All-Star Squadron was a good tight run. Going up against Amazing Man there. There you go. Knock that KKK member down.
Mhm.
A black man hitting a KKK supervillain. How dare he? I know. I like a whole bunch of them, Eric. Getting a complete run. Probably do better to get them in trade paperback and then try and get the flopsies if I still want them. What is an Amazon? That's cool. Retrospective of the trope of strong women in comics, I think it says.
It doesn't.
Who wrote that article, Dave?
Joe D. McPhee.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Yes, I did sneeze. Oh, Jack Kirby, Mr. Miracle. I get a break today, Shadowhawk. Less hours. I don't have to clock in to 7:30 tonight.
No, that's nice.
That's all right.
It's less money.
Yes.
But, I'll probably come home, use the time wisely, and do a stream. Sling a little ink, huh? You wait, mister. I'll sling some ink for you. I'll show you I can be a dribbler. I can go all Jackson Pollock on that thing.
Let's not get too crazy.
Now that show that She-Hulk where she's coming out of the grave, Dave.
That one.
Yeah. Now that is a direct takeoff from the Incredible Hulk number 105, where he's coming out of the grave like that. I think Alex Ross even did a take on that in the Immortal Hulk series.
Yeah, I might have done.
Very cool. Yeah, I always like this. This is kind of like comic scene. You remember comic scene, Shadowhawk?
Yeah.
Gave you background articles on a lot of things that were going on, but feature. Never really got into Comics Journal. There was too little art, and it was expensive, I thought, and a lot of articles, a lot of reading, a lot of knowledge in those things. But yeah, look at that Kirby thing there in the rain. Lee Kirby classic made better, or a masterpiece with the giant plot something. Plot hole. Yeah. Interesting. I'd love to read more in depth on things.
Yeah, you get plenty of variety in these magazines.
Comic book science, Dave. Comic book science. I do have that one. That one's too iconic cover not to have in my collection. I'm thinking I do. I made a concerted effort, Dave, in the years past to try and get. See, that's just some cosmic goodness there. Being pulled through some Kirby Crackle. How iconic is that? Look at that. Help, my legs are cut off in the negative zone. Negative zone was an interesting place within the book.
Sure was.
It was kind of like, I guess, Stan Lee's version of the Phantom Zone in a way, right?
Yeah, I would go along with that.
In a different aspect. But everything was colliding in the center and turning to like antimatter or something.
Hmm.
And Annihilus was an interesting, bug-like character. Look at that, man.
There's an American advert there.
Excuse me. A lot of reading, kind of like Playboy. You're right. Lorenzo. Got any lizards, Dave?
What's that?
Rage Against the Dying. What did that say? Dying of the Light. Okay. Some Neil Adams Green Lantern. Very grim looking Green Lantern. Nice coloring on that. Yeah, if we had some lizards, we could give Lorenzo some lizard representation. Yeah. Neil Adams.
Yeah.
Only did about, 11 issues, something like that in Green Lantern.
This is just an
Oh, you
advertisement.
party people have a great Tuesday. You too. Great seeing Texas Dave again. Gotta go, Eric says.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
no, this
Eric?
is the character. This is the character that was on the cover of last issue, wasn't it? The issue before.
Yeah, that's right. This is the character that's drawn by Ted Davies.
Retrieve.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Okay, that's an interesting looking character.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk comic.
This was a British reprint again.
Mm-hmm. That's great that it features on some of the UK stuff because American readers just don't know a lot of the UK. And really, they had some stunning covers over there in the UK.
They certainly did.
Yeah, and some weird mashups like Avengers and Conan and things like that, things we never got over here. Captain Britain, the early Captain Britain there. That's a nice piece. I wonder if that was... Yeah, and you get freebies.
Yeah, we do.
What was free in that polybagged? Looks like it was polybagged.
Yeah, you got a free Hulk album to put stickers in.
Oh, wow. And then I guess in other subsequent issues, they would issue you some stickers to put in that album, right?
You could also
keep
buy
you reading it.
You could also buy stickers as well.
Okay. Like in the stores?
Yeah.
Axa. Yeah, there's a character that I haven't seen in a while. Not sure about the artist on that, Dave.
Who's that? Oh, it was Romero. Erquine Badia Romero.
Okay.
was the artist.
I think that was independent. I'm not sure who put that out. Apex Comics in the house. Hey, Apex.
Yeah, I think it was.
In the 80s, I guess. She kind of looks like Modesty Blaze. And
Yeah, a little bit.
that one shot. Uh-huh. Very nice stuff.
Yeah,
Kind of cave womanish, right?
yeah, she was in.
Was it set
She was in a newspaper strip as well.
Okay. Maybe Eclipse Comics. I'm not sure who came out with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure myself.
AXA. Do you know Apex? I'm not sure I have any AXA, but the artwork was really nice. I didn't fully appreciate it at the time, probably. Kind of reminds me of Al Williamson type work, or Alex Raymond type, Flash Gordon type stuff. Comet's Tail. Is that in Brave and the Bold there? That Spectre and Flash?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Need to be like Eric and Boyd and look everything up. But I'm lazy, Dave. Kind of like Shadowhawk. He's falling asleep on the couch as we speak. Many Worlds of Dan Dare. Yeah, Dan Dare was a thing over there for a long time, right? Since
That's
the
right.
50s. And I didn't even realize Dan Dare was out there till the early 80s, till Eagles started throwing some issues out, I think. Probably reprint material. That Dan Dare artwork as well, Dave?
Yeah, certainly is.
Okay. How would you describe the character of Dan Dare, Dave?
Well, he was like a sort of space pilot, wasn't he, of the future?
I think that's a Brian Ballard cover or creature there. I think Brian Ballard drew that.
Yeah, it doesn't. Can't just see it saying that at the minute. But
I actually saw that image today, Dave.
did you?
I was ordering a book, and a book of that with him on the cover came up. I didn't order it for some reason. I don't know. It didn't let the transaction go through. I had to do another route with that thing. Nice black and white, like that.
And that's it. That's the end.
That's it. No 100-pager this week.
No, a few
Yeah.
short.
Well, Shadowhawk seems like he's asleep. Are you asleep, Shadowhawk?
No, I'm just stressed.
It's just what?
He's wiped out from work.
Working too hard by the sound of it, Shadow.
Yeah,
I'm listening, guys.
he's listening. Right.
Yeah.
He's learning. Like the good old days. He's probably sitting there with his hands on the imaginary steering wheel, listening to the 4 o'clock shadow as he commutes.
Yeah.
Without having to commute, though. Yeah.
I bought myself a couple more books, by the way, last week, Rex.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did. I bought.
Have you got
this
any
one,
of your Doctor Who stuff in? Ooh, the Rocketeer.
Rocketeer.
Dave Stevens stuff. Yeah. Always cool. Dave Stevens introduced me through the Rocketeer Again, published originally through Pacific Comics. They
Hmm.
really did do some nice stuff. Yeah, Dave Stevens. IDW published that. Okay.
Hmm.
And where do you go to order a book like that, Dave? Do you go on Amazon? Are
Yeah,
you aware of it, or
I usually find them on Amazon. To be fair,
how do you track down? Do you just do a general search for comics and go,
yeah,
"Oh, that looks good. I'll get
I just
that."
get some recommendations sometimes, and then it just pops up.
Yeah. Very cool design. Oh, retro. Probably set in the 40s, I think it was, but it
Yeah, I think it.
introduced me to I didn't need it was, I was vaguely aware of who Betty was, and he made a character out of her. I mean, that is old movie serial stuff there, Dave, with the brown bomber jacket and the Luger
It
and
is.
old single engine plane and the helmet. That's the yeah. I had a bunch of Rocketeer stuff. In fact, I ordered some online and stuff. I think I still have my Rocketeer enamel pen. Maybe a couple of those that I'd ordered back in the day. I'm drawing a blank on that character. What was her name? Betty something?
Yeah, Betty something.
Betty something. Thank you, Dave. You're such a help.
Betty something.
I bet the chat knows.
Yeah, I would imagine they probably will.
Yeah, who that was based on, that character. Took a lot of salacious pictures in the 50s and 60s, Dave.
Hmm.
Corrupting our nation, Dave. Oh, yeah, and even that character there that he drew was based on an actor back in the day. And had a grotesque face. It's interesting what he drew from for inspiration for his artwork. And I post pictures of her all the time, and I can't remember why. You tell I'm a little tired, Dave.
I can.
Got up too early today, Dave, for what I did.
He passed away as well a few years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, it's been a while. Died very young, in his 30s, I believe.
Well, it says in the back. It says in the back here he was born in 1955, and he passed away in 2008 from leukemia.
From leukemia. I didn't know that. Okay, so
yeah,
65, 75, 85. So he was 30.
No, he was born in 1955, Rex.
55, right. So 65 is 10 years old. 75 is 20. 85 is 30.
95. He'd be 50. He'd be about 54 or something like that.
Oh, is he that old? I didn't think he had reached 54 years of age.
Yeah, I think so because he was born in 1955, which is the year after me.
All right. Well, okay. Maybe I was thinking of a couple. I thought he died fairly young, but I mean, 54 is still young, Dave.
It is still young.
Yeah,
especially
it's ancient to young people, but it's
especially when you see somebody who's passed away younger than you were.
Oh yeah, he's doing. He was good with. I think he was pretty much self-taught, but good caricature, good on coloring.
Yeah.
There you go. Pacific Comics there. Pacific Presents. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just really liked some of the stuff that Pacific came out with in the 80s. They're one of my favorite companies that went under, unfortunately. Yeah, Missing Man was mixed up with the Rocketeer there. That was Steve Ditko, the Missing Man.
It was.
That kind of, I wanted the Rocketeer, so that exposed me to kind of what Ditko was doing. Little. And he was working at some of the stuff, like he did a Fantastic Four annual, so he was working for Marvel. I always thought that hand looked pretty big for Rocketeer there.
Yeah.
Dave.
A little bit.
Compared to his head and helmet. I'm not saying it's out of proportion, but it does capture your attention.
Sure does.
And it may be out of proportion. Maybe that's why I see it.
So that's one book.
Yeah.
Would you like to see my other book?
What'd you have to get for that, Dave? Probably paperback. You probably got a pretty good deal on that.
Yeah, it was about £15 for that.
Okay. So about $20.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, and the Spirit. Wow. Now, is that a paperback?
It is.
Spot gloss. Very nice. Artisan edition. Yeah.
Quite thick.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure they released that in hardback, but you've got the paperback.
Yeah, I would imagine they probably have as well.
Yeah. Being an artisan edition. It's all black and white inside, pretty much.
It is pretty much.
Yeah. What'd you have fall out of it, Dave?
That's the bill.
Okay. Good bookmark.
That's what I do. I use them as bookmarks.
That ink rubs off, Dave.
Does it? There you go.
Does this just feature like a smattering of things through the decades that?
Yeah.
The
Most
Spirit
of
was
these
featured in a comic book section.
Most of these stories
Actual,
are from,
like newspaper comic book.
yeah, these stories are between 1947 and 1950.
I actually have some of those, Dave. I was collecting those for a little bit. I mean, his design was off the chart. I imagine that this is one of Glenn's favorite artists,
Yeah.
knowing what a design master he is. He was a big influence in the Golden Age, wasn't he?
He was.
Probably about as much as Jack Kirby and Lou Fine and some of the others, but he was probably number one. Well, and then you had, we mentioned Alex Raymond. He was a big influence. Burt Hogarth on Tarzan later. There were a lot of great designers coming out into comics. They were really setting forth the language, the visual language we would use today.
Yeah.
But they were really setting it down for the very first time, Dave.
They sure were back in these days.
Yeah. So it's not totally just black and white.
No, there's a little bit of color in it, but
I have a huge coloring book that he put out from the early 70s, Dave.
Was there?
Yeah. It's big. It's like a treasury size, if not bigger.
Right.
Yeah, his design sense was just amazing on the Spirit. Several collected editions and floppies and stuff that were reprinted through Kitchen Sink for a long time. DC Comics had a series out in the 2000s of the Spirit. So I don't know if they own the rights to the Spirit now, or it's like Kitchen Sink stopped publishing the Spirit, and then DC Comics started publishing it. So I don't know. Maybe the estate still owns the rights to the Spirit and licenses it out now that he's passed away several decades.
Maybe.
Sexy, alluring femme fatales, Dave.
Yeah, there is.
I think I have a
What's it?
Spirit number 3 in my collection, Dave.
Have you?
Yeah, old 40s.
All right. Nice.
That's one I should keep back here. You know, those old comics, though, I don't like to expose to light
Yeah.
for prolonged periods of time. They're already older than me, Dave.
You're not old, Rex.
Yeah. Compared to you, Methuselah. Now, does
Well,
that
I'm just
have
gonna say-
whiteout? That's like the original artwork that it's showing you there,
Yeah.
with the paste ups and the whiteout. And,
Yep.
Okay. Didn't know if that was just highlight or actual showing you actual scan
Yeah.
from actual artwork.
Yeah, it's kind of showing you the changes
Yeah.
that they did.
Well, he did something I thought was pretty unique. You know, he had it in comic book form in like a comic book insert. At least over here in the States, Dave.
Hmm.
From the early 40s going up into, you know, about mid 50s in various newspapers. Several different variants on that. You know, you might have Philadelphia Times over here. You might have Cincinnati Sun over there. I'm just making those names up, you know, but the different papers had different headers, same material, just different from different regions, different newspapers. Kind of like collecting coins, Dave.
That's
Same
cool.
coin, but one might be minted in Denver. One might be minted in San Francisco or something, have different markings on it.
Hmm.
Same thing with those Spirit insert comics. Yeah, look at that. He was great with doing logos.
He sure was.
I imagine he was an influence on Jim Steranko.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm sure if
Some
I asked
really
Jim
nice
Steranko
smash
that, he'd
pages.
probably say, absolutely. How could you not be influenced by this great artist that's not talked about enough? And what artist are we talking about, Dave? Who drew the
What
Spirit?
artist? Who's
Huh?
that? Who's that?
Who drew the Spirit, Dave? Who's that book all about, Dave? I don't think we've mentioned.
Will Eisner.
Will Eisner. Yeah, Will Eisner.
Will Eisner. $19.50, that one.
They have the Eisner Awards, Dave.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're quite famous then.
Mm-hmm. Eye damage, Dave. His eyes bandaged up.
It is.
I'd like to see the Spirit and Dan Dare get together in a story.
Yeah, that would be a combination.
That'd be a good combination, wouldn't it?
Just a bit.
I was going to ask you this, and I guess we got sidetracked, Dave. What is the backstory what is your knowledge on Dan Dare? What type of character is that?
I think I said before, he's kind of like a space ranger, wasn't he?
Okay, it was set in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, set
Okay.
in the future at the time.
You know how far in the future?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the movie that I watched recently. I watched several. Time Machine. I'm watching that now, Dave. Oh, Disney 1960 Time Machine. Forbidden Planet. Oh, it was Forbidden Planet. Forbidden Planet is in the 22nd century.
Yeah.
We're in the 21st century now. So I like that they projected far enough into the future in that movie, which was Forbidden Planet was a big. Does that have a slipcase or was that a cover? What were you?
No, it's just as it is.
As is. Okay. I
Just
thought
as
you
it
might have been
is.
putting it back in something.
No, just popping it on my desk.
Yeah. Bam. Yeah. Big volume. Poof. Yeah. Forbidden Planet, that was a big influence on the original Star Trek on Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
So when you go back and you look at that, like when they break from light speed in the saucer, they're like have the animated beams over them, protecting them, I guess, as they slow down. And that was kind of like an influence for the transporter beams in the Star Trek series. There were several other things. Walt Disney Studios did the creature animation and things like that within the movie. Probably the opening logo too, because it comes right up at you, Forbidden Planet right at the beginning of the movie.
It sure does.
It's like no rolling of credits. It's like Forbidden Planet. There was a big roar about that movie at the time. People were wanting to see it.
Yeah, it was quite popular.
So I don't know. They rushed out and I think it was a big financial success for them. Came out in 1956. A lot was happening in 56, Dave.
Go on.
Well, I mean, Carmen Infantino and Julius Shorts. Redesigning the Flash and Showcase number 4. We consider the start of the Silver Age of comics. So pretty big year. I mean, in movies and in comics. If nothing for those two big events, because Forbidden Planet, I mean, and it's in full color. Could have very well been shot in a lower, just black and white, but Robbie the Robot. And he was in an episode of The Thin Man, and he was also in another movie that capitalized on the robot called The Invisible Boy.
That's right. And I think Robbie the Robot was in an episode of Lost in Space as well,
And Lost in Space, he was kind of reconfigured to look a little bit different, didn't he? From the original design, but it was still Robbie. Yeah. He was a mainstay in that show. And that was for 3 seasons. I think they ran 3 seasons. I've got the complete 3 seasons. Kind of gets hokey at the end. I mean, some of them are almost unwatchable even for me. But now it started out in black and white, and that was one of those that made the transition after the first season or so into color.
That's right.
I like to see, and like The Fugitive was, The Invaders was always in color. Star Trek was always in color, and they always showed in color up there. Star Trek in color, I think. There were a lot of episodes that if they didn't make a big deal of it, by announcing in color, like The Invaders, in color, The Fugitive, in color. You know, they would at least put it up there.
And then you had Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. The first season of that was black and white.
First season of what?
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. That's right. That ran for 3 seasons. If they hadn't got so hokey with that, that was Irwin Allen, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
If it hadn't got so hokey, you know, Lobster Man, Crab Man, you know, just different people in bodysuits. I guess at the same time we were doing the same thing with TV series. A bit
like that. There was Time Tunnel and Land of the Giants as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, that came a little after, I think, Land of the Giants. Yeah, which really
Land of the Giants.
Which really looked.
I never saw it. Yeah. I never saw it at the time it was broadcast here for years.
Yeah.
Because I was working at the time.
Okay.
And it was on before I got home, so I never saw it. Never saw it.
Yeah. Were you aware of it? Probably.
I was aware. Yes, I was aware of it, and I actually got my my mum to do an audio recording of one of the episodes direct off the TV once.
Yeah. I used to take my brother's he had a recorder, you know, cassette recorder, and with a little mic and put that up. And I know I recorded some Mork and Mindy episodes later in the 70s. That's what fans did with Doctor Who, and thanks to them. I mean, I think the BBC had all the audio still on file, but now sometimes the fan audio was better in certain sections than what the BBC had. So thanks to fans, we have better audio of those episodes.
That's right.
Dave, there was some news. Apparently The Smugglers is getting colorized.
Is it?
Yeah. I've kind of talked about this a little bit before, but not totally. I'm very excited about that because The Smugglers is basically Jamaica Inn, the old classic Jamaica Inn. Marilyn O'Hare's first appearance. I and Dan Pleagle were talking about this the other night. That was Jamaica Inn was her first movie, and it was Alfred Hitchcock. It had Charles Laughton in it. Charles Laughton, who played, you know, one of the versions of the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Charles Laughton, that was married to the actress that did Bride of Frankenstein for a long time in Hollywood. Charles Laughton, that played, said, "This is Mutiny, Mr. Christian," and Mutiny in the Bounty.
Yeah, I remember that.
Tough old bird in that. But Doctor Who Smugglers Get Color revamp. First look. Never before seen colorized clips will premiere at the BFI's Missing Believed Wipe event. And this was the other day, August 1st, where they're showing some steals. So maybe radiotimes.com. One of William Hartnell's final Doctor Who outings is getting a fresh lick of paint with clips from 1966 serials. The Smugglers getting the full color treatment. The four-parter.
The four-parter.
The four-parter. Which there was none of the episodes survive. But I believe they found two episodes also of the Space Pirates with Patrick Troughton. Altogether, they found 4. There's reported that allegedly that 4 Hartnell episodes and 4 Troughton episodes have been found.
That's good.
So hopefully, and it may take a couple of years. I think they're putting some of this on the fast track because in November is the 60th anniversary
Yes, it is.
of Doctor
That's
Who.
right.
Hartnell's penultimate adventure as the first Doctor was originally aired in black and white, but excerpts from the story have been newly colorized by TV archivist Kaleidoscope. RadioTimes.com has exclusive first look images from the colorization, with the clips set to be screened at for the first time at BFI's missing believed wipe event on the 5th of August. So it's the 5th of August. So
Yeah.
but there's one of them now.
That
The
was last
character
week.
falling backwards almost looks like the third Doctor there, John Pertwee, just from that shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know your place, young man, Hartnell saying. But anytime they retrieve anything, I mean, I hope that we haven't found it all out there, Dave. I hope. I don't have hopes that we'll find, but stashed away in maybe in somebody's private collection. They don't know. I don't know. Maybe even 50 years from now, they'll go, a New Who episode. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, they've already found a few over the last few years now,
Say what?
They've already found a few stories over the last few years.
Since I've been collecting, yeah, they have. Yeah. A full Patrick Troughton thing, and released the whole thing. But and other episodes have come along and been released. And probably some that have been animated, and then they find them and they release them too, so you get an animated version and that. So and one of the first was like the Invaders, some of that animated. So I love the animated stuff too, but if we've got the original, I'd love to see the original, the way it was filmed. I get excited when find New Who, because I mean that's part of my love for that old Who stuff, is that it's early TV, and you got to see the Smugglers.
I got to see all of them when they were first broadcast, even though I was.
And was that a good story for you about pirate smuggling in the past? I guess that would have been considered a historical.
Yes,
really wasn't that popular.
I think it was.
But I have the official BBC audio of it on disc, and it really is a good story. Only a 4-parter, so shorter 4-parter for Hartnell, and I know we have some telly snaps of it, but as of today, as of now, none released, no episodes. So if they found 2 of that, I'm very excited. And the Space Pirates, not so much. I know a lot of people like Space Pirates. I do have the Space Pirates on disc as well. I don't find it as exciting as the Smugglers. I did tend to like some of the historicals that Hartnell did, like the Aztecs.
They were quite good, weren't they?
Yeah. But I think as writings, when they first came out, they weren't as hot. But that was part of the original thing that Sidney, the producer of the book, and over the BBC, over that, said that he wanted to educate kids.
Yeah, I think that was Sidney Newman.
Sidney Newman, right?
Yeah.
Who was lulled over to the BBC by Canada, and kind of oversaw that and gave first female producer in the BBC a break, right?
Yeah.
Had worked with him over there in Canada, I think, and I have her autograph back here on one of those audio things, Dave.
Right. Nice.
I think it's actually on a letter or something, it's with it. I can't quite remember, but I think she passed away in 2011. So, and do you know her name, Dave? It's skipping me if I don't. First producer of Doctor Who.
Oh, it was I
I need to watch more. I know I need to watch more Doctor Who, Dave. I'm starting to forget stuff, Dave.
So do I, Rex.
Yeah. Now you should have some pretty good collections of Doctor Who coming in here pretty soon at some point.
Well, I've already got a few that I bought a few months ago, so I need to be watching some more of them, really.
Yes, you do, Dave. Yes, you do. I won't
I do.
disagree with you there, Dave. We all need to watch more and appreciate. What really captured me was the early Hartnell stuff and the Patrick Troughton that's lost through time, and
Mhm.
and a bunch of it's been retrieved even since I've been watching it. Which December will probably be 7 years. No,
Right.
8 years. 8
Mhm.
years I've been so because I started when I was 50 years old watching.
Well, I started a long time ago before that.
Well, I did see some when I was a kid, but I
Hmm.
never fully appreciated it. In fact, John, who drew Devil Flyer, he actually got some Doctor Who collectible type stuff. He got some Jelly Babies that he still got
All right.
from like when we went to the Chicago Comic Con in '85 and '86. He and I was like, yeah, Doctor Who, yeah, never, you know.
Hmm.
But I you know,
You've come to appreciate it in later life.
I did, yeah, especially. And I started out with the very first stuff at the very beginning. They had a beginning collection of the first 3 big things, and I said, "This is great. This is early TV, 1963. You know, it's historical." And yeah, I wanted to learn more. So,
Well, I was a grand old age of 9. I think I told you that before.
people can't appreciate how fully we've come when they see the big screen TVs, Dave.
I know.
And high definition and whatnot. It wasn't like that in the early days of TV.
It certainly wasn't.
And very, very few. You know, I even have on DVD, I have some of the, oh, Cisco, oh, Pancho, early Western. I can't, Cisco Kid in early, like 1953 or earlier, around 53, color TV. Not many people had color TV back then, Dave.
Well,
But still,
put
they
it this
shot
way,
everything in
Rex.
color.
I started work in 1969,
Yeah.
and I think it was about 6 months later they started showing Star Trek on the BBC. And one of the ladies at the shop I worked at, she was saying that she just bought a brand new color TV at the time. So I asked her.
69.
So I asked her if I could go around to her house and watch one episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
And she.
I mean,
and
it
she
used to be a
said,
thing, you know, if you had a color set, there'd be some people outside the window looking through just to, you know.
So she actually said I could go around and watch it, and that was the very first program that I ever saw in color. Was an episode of Star
I
Trek.
think the very first color TV we got was an RCA, and that was probably in the early 70s, but I don't know. It might have been around 69. I know in 69, the moon landing, it was in black and white. Would have been in anyway, but it was a little black and white rabbit ear. It was probably early 70s.
Shall we just say that it was about another 10 or 12 years before my parents actually got a color TV?
The pilot episode of Get Smart was black and white, but all the rest of it was in color. Just the pilot episode was black and white.
That's right. It was. It was, yeah.
So there was...
Yeah, that was unusual, that.
So if you like see the Mod Squad in color, if you see Star Trek in color, or you see Cisco Kid going all the way back to the early 50s in color, that was the exception to the rule. That was rare.
Well,
that was super rare back then.
I mean, when I watched Star Trek on the BBC, although it was in color, they were shown in black and white because we only had a black and white TV.
Well, some cartoons and some shows I remember in color. But they were actually in black and white in my mind. I remember Ignatz the mouse and Crazy Cat cartoon. When it came out on VHS, high, acid pink, acid yellow. It was like very garishly for a cartoon colored. And that's what struck me. I was like, my memory is it was in black and white. That's probably because we had a black and white TV.
Well, that's it.
I never got to see it in color.
That's exactly what happened with me as well. The cat's back for the end of the show, Rex.
The cat is back for the end of the show. Exactly right.
Well,
Aaron Lopresti, I noticed on Twitter, just liked that I said Jess backed his project. Of course. Rate the Guide. Go check it out. Another great sort of Western theme one. Octopus Cowboy. Go check that out. Swarm. Swarm's another one. And what'd you say?
Shadow's back.
So that looks good too. Black Phantom looks good.
Black Phantom, yeah, and really a good deal. I mean, if you can get 2 books and a standee for what normally a 1 book would cost you, and I think those books have a pretty good page count, and it looks like a fun book, kind of like it's kind of cartoonish, right? Kind of like Black Bear. I like the design sensibility of it. So, yeah, I mean, at that price, Shadowhawk, I'm very tempted to back it again. Same tier, just to get it, 1 to read and 1 to put up, but and a double standee. But probably won't do that. Probably need to though, but no, don't need to spend that money. Need to make that money, right?
Right.
Hey, sell some of my collection. Ooh. Just pull my hair out. Go ahead. Just
I've no hair left.
I know you done pulled all your hair out. Yeah, your cat. I see what Eric was saying is pawing you.
Like,
hey man, she's love on me. Very affectionate cat.
She is very.
That's where that's kind of like Abby. Just we get along great. She knows what side of the bread is buttered.
Absolutely. This cat of mine does.
It's not just that. It's just, genuine love and affection. Because you are their world, right?
Right.
You're the one that's around all the time.
She's actually holding my thumb at the minute, Rex.
Reminds me of that old song, Put Your Hand in the Hand of the Man from Galilee. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong. Cancel that. Let's see. I was going to end big and you done moved your hand. Yeah. She kind of laid her paw on top of yours.
Try again.
Yeah. Let me see real quick here at the end of the show if I can find some lizard representation. I bet you I can for Lorenzo.
You usually can, Rex.
Well, thanks for sharing those old Hulks and other books, Dave.
Yeah, you're welcome, Rex. A pleasure as always, you know that.
Thank you, Dave.
Let's see. Lizard representation for Lorenzo. I bet you I can find something. I look at certain things and what I think is a lizard. It's like, nah, Chad will tell me that's not a lizard. That's amphibian. That's serpentine. I don't know.
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
But I usually go on Lizard Daily or something like that. I don't know. Oh, did you see the Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell t-shirts?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh. I don't think I did.
Well, I have the link if you'd like me to. I think that might be one right there.
No,
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, kind of Ghost Rider-ish, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
A little
Like
bit,
flame or lava crying from the eyes,
Yeah.
coming out the eyes.
Mm.
There you go. Matt Martin's Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell.
There you go.
I don't know if it has both those images on there or what, but I can give you this link here. I will drop it in the chat.
I'm still predicting people are going to be blown away with Matt.
Oh yeah, I had no doubt about that, bro. I had no doubt about that. You want me to put it in the private chat for you, Shadow? So would that be easier?
Yeah, sure, that'd be cool.
I'll put it in both the private chat and the. So go check that out. You can get some snowman merch from Matt Martin. That's pretty cool stuff. Still doesn't give me my lizard representation, but I'll get there. I'll get there.
There you go.
Check this out. Pinhead from Hellraiser. So scary.
with Bert.
With Bert. Yeah. Bert and Ernie. Where is Ernie?
Well, he did.
I know. I don't want to know. Oh,
Bert
did
killed
you
him.
see? I bet you did. You saw Ethan Van Sciver's frog car, huh?
Oh yeah.
In color.
Can't wait to get me a couple of those little bad boys.
You're gonna crash them, smash them, and loop them, and put
Probably.
the track down, or what? It better roll good. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
A dinosaur is lizard, right? There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You can get a bite out of the girl, but ripping her clothes off. How salacious. Love Renzo.
Oh my.
Pinhead Bert. Yep. That's a good airy cover. I like it.
It is a good
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah. Oh, I have to mention Sotak. Like I say, man, Sotak closing out in the last 20 hours, I believe it is, on Fund My Comics. So if you haven't checked out Craig White's Sotak, go over there and try it out.
Like that.
He's sitting at $7,198 raised in 5 months, 5,365 raised on the other side with 96 backers. Now he has 134 backers. So, almost $2,000 raised on Fund My Comic. So that's great. He had a $6,000 goal. So don't know how that worked out, but it's got a few more issues of Sotak. You can get caught up on that. Did want to mention Sotak because it's closing out. That's an eerie number 97 there. Ripping the red off. If he rips all that red dress or whatever it was off her body, she's going to be I guess that's Corbin there. I'm not sure, but Corbin's Time Travel Classics. I don't know if that's a Corbin. That doesn't look like a Corbin cover, but it's signed down there, but I can't tell who did that. But if rips that red dress off, she'll be what's the word I'm looking for? Vulnerable to the Vespis.
Well,
What?
If she loses her red, she'll be vulnerable to the Vespis.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Rex,
By
have you
the
been
way,
working on
Rex,
any
this-
art recently you can show? Just these sketch cards.
this book, by the way, was
I think I've
$40.
shown on them.
$40.
$40. Well, that's reasonable.
But I managed to get it for £23.
Good for you.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
It's not bad, is it?
No, that's not bad for a book like that. No,
Mm,
you really enjoy his stuff and the design and
that's it.
yeah, it'll be shorter night for me, so maybe I'll do a stream much later tonight because I'll probably be out at least till past midnight, but won't be coming in at 2 a.m. in the morning at least. Stumbling
Right.
in the door. But Dave, thanks. Chat. Love you.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. We now return you to your normal programming, which is now in progress.
Excellent.
Night, everybody.
Now keep collecting.